Stranger Things. Tales from '85 shows what happened, at the same time as Season 3 with new characters, fan favorites, and secrets the main show never revealed. Labs, experiments, the upside down. It's all here. New mysteries, new dangers, and moments that will change how you see the entire series. This isn't just nostalgia, it's action, suspense, and shocking reveals packed into every scene. Hawkins was never safe, and now you'll see why. Before we break down every secret, Easter egg, and timeline twist, hit like and subscribe because you won't want to miss a second. Tales from '85 isn't just a spin-off, it's a deep dive into the hidden events of Hawkins while Season 3 was unfolding. This section is all about the untold timeline, the actions, the secrets, and the chaos that happened behind the scenes, shaping everything we thought we knew about the town. We often think of 1985 as just the backdrop to the main events in Stranger Things, but Tales from '85 flips that idea on its head. The show fills in gaps, revealing what was really happening at the same time the main kids were fighting the Mind Flayer. Hawkins wasn't calm. It wasn't safe. There were threats, experiments, disappearances, and mysteries happening in parallel. And many of them went completely unseen in the original series. The timeline reveals multiple layers of conflict. While Eleven and her friends were focused on one major threat, other dangers were growing quietly elsewhere. Kids were disappearing, labs were running secret experiments, and shady figures were making choices that would have lasting consequences. Suddenly, events in Season 3 start to make sense in a way they never did. You realize that the chaos wasn't random. It was caused by a combination of hidden actions, overlooked decisions, and secret missions. Every moment in 1985 had a ripple effect on what came next. What makes this timeline so fascinating is how new and old characters overlap. Fan favorites interact with previously unseen characters whose actions directly influence the main story. A minor decision by a secondary character suddenly explains a major event we saw in Season 3. A conversation that happened off-screen suddenly changes the stakes for the main crew. The series gives you that aha moment repeatedly, showing that the story of Hawkins is bigger, deeper, and more interconnected than anyone imagined. The pacing of the timeline is brilliant. Tales from '85 jumps between locations and characters, showing simultaneous events from different perspectives. You see how one small choice in a lab can cause a chain reaction in the town. You see how fear spreads, how secrets fester, and how danger grows when no one is paying attention. The storytelling creates constant tension because every new scene could lead to disaster. You never know what's going to explode next, and that keeps viewers glued to the screen. Another key aspect is how this timeline reshapes what we know about Hawkins' lab. You start to see the full extent of the experiments, the cover-ups, and the risks the scientists were willing to take. Some events reveal connections to the Upside Down that the main show only hinted at. Others reveal consequences of choices we never even knew existed, actions that would echo years later in Season 4 and beyond. Even small, seemingly insignificant moments are packed with meaning. A glance, a whispered warning, a short conversation. All of it builds toward the bigger story. It's like the creators left hidden puzzle pieces throughout the timeline, and now we get to put them together. By the end of the series, you're left with a complete understanding of how Hawkins spiraled into the chaos that defined Stranger Things, and why 1985 was the critical year everything changed. And the danger isn't just physical, it's emotional and psychological. Characters face moral dilemmas, hidden threats, and personal challenges that make the stakes feel real. The timeline isn't just about monsters or labs. It's about the human cost of living in a town where secrets are deadly. Every action has consequences, every choice matters, and the tension never lets up. From '85 isn't just a side story. It's a complete reimagining of the events in Hawkins, giving us fan favorites in ways the main show never did. The series puts familiar characters under new pressures, in unseen situations, and suddenly we understand them, and their choices, in a whole new way. We start with the core crew: Mike, Eleven, Dustin, Lucas, and even Will. This series shows their younger selves facing challenges we didn't see in Season 3. The tiny moments that shaped their friendships, their fears, their courage. Tales from '85 captures them all. You see Mike struggling with responsibility, Eleven grappling with her powers in a way that feels raw and immediate, and Dustin being his fearless, clever self while trying to solve problems adults don't even notice. These glimpses make every major event in the main show suddenly click. It's not just the main kids either. Side characters finally get their time to shine. Characters who were once in the background, neighbors, schoolmates, and lab employees, are suddenly key players. Their fears, their choices, their secrets, everything is exposed. Some of these stories are heartbreaking, showing the real stakes in Hawkins. Others are thrilling, with high tension that keeps you on the edge of your seat. And in true Stranger Things fashion, not everyone survives. Not everyone is innocent, and not everyone is what they seem. One of the most exciting aspects is how these fan favorites interact with completely new characters introduced in Tales from '85. These new faces aren't just there to fill space. They bring fresh conflicts, secret missions, and hidden agendas. And the way they connect with the original characters often changes the context of the main series. You'll realize that some events in Season 3 weren't just coincidences. They were influenced by choices made by these characters off-screen. Every interaction, every conversation, every small decision could have a ripple effect across the timeline. Emotion plays a huge role here. Seeing Eleven's fear and determination, Mike's struggles with leadership, Dustin's ingenuity under pressure, and Lucas's moments of doubt adds real depth. You feel every heartbeat of their journey, every tension-filled moment, and every small victory or setback. This isn't just watching characters move across a screen, it's living their experiences with them. And the animation? It amplifies everything. Facial expressions, fluid movements, and cinematic action sequences make the stakes feel bigger. Every chase, fight, and secret mission is more immersive than the live action could sometimes achieve. You can literally feel the danger lurking around every corner, the suspense building, and the tension hitting you like a punch in the gut. Stranger Things has always been packed with Easter eggs, hidden details, references, and callbacks that hardcore fans live for. Tales from '85 takes that to a whole new level. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a treasure hunt, where every frame could hide something that connects directly to the main series. From the very first scene, you notice subtle nods to classic Stranger Things moments. A fleeting shadow in a hallway, a lab document with a familiar name, or a line of dialogue that hints at Season 3 events. These aren't coincidences. They're carefully placed clues giving fans that rush of excitement when you spot something you didn't notice the first time. Some Easter eggs are visual. Hidden posters, neon signs, and set details that reference the '80s, other seasons, or even fan theories. Others are story-based, small interactions between characters, unexplained behaviors, or minor incidents that suddenly make sense when you rewatch the main show. Every detail is intentional, rewarding viewers who pay close attention. And it's not just about callbacks to previous seasons. Tales from '85 also includes foreshadowing. Some hidden elements hint at events we'll see in future seasons, or even explain the origins of certain mysteries. A seemingly random event in this series could be the missing link to why a character acts a certain way in the main timeline. That's what makes watching this spin-off so satisfying. You're not just consuming a story, you're piecing together the larger puzzle of Hawkins. One of the coolest aspects is how Easter eggs appear in character interactions. A side glance, a whispered warning, or a small joke might reference a fan theory or a past event. For example, certain objects in a room might mirror locations from Season 1 to 3, or dialogue might subtly hint at connections between new characters and fan favorites. These moments aren't just clever, they actively enrich the storyline, giving context to the characters' motivations. And yes, some of these Easter eggs are downright shocking. Certain hints suggest backstory elements we never got in the main show. Secrets about Hawkins' lab, undisclosed experiments, or the hidden movements of creatures in the Upside Down. Fans who catch these details are rewarded with a deeper understanding of the Stranger Things universe. And suddenly, small events in the main series make perfect sense. Tales from '85 even includes Easter eggs for die-hard '80s fans. References to classic movies, music, fashion, and even technology of the era appear throughout the series. These are not just visual gags. They enhance the story, anchor it in the period, and create a rich, immersive world that feels alive and authentic. Tales from '85 isn't just a spin-off. It's a deep dive into the secrets, the chaos, and the hidden stories that shaped Hawkins in ways the main series never showed us. We've explored fan favorites in a new light, uncovered the untold timeline of 1985, revealed hidden Easter eggs, and seen the events that rewrite everything we thought we knew. Every scene, every choice, every shadow in this series matters yet, and now you finally see how it all connects. This series proves one thing. Hawkins isn't just a town. It's a living, breathing puzzle, full of danger, mystery, and characters who are deeper than we ever realized. And if you're a fan of Stranger Things, Tales from '85 gives you everything you've been waiting for. Secrets, action, and revelations that will blow your mind. If you loved uncovering these hidden stories, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives, breakdowns, and everything Stranger Things. Comment below with the Easter egg or timeline twist that shocked you the most. We want to hear which moment completely changed your view of Hawkins. And remember, this is just the beginning. Tales from '85 opens the door to secrets we've never seen, and there's so much more hidden in Hawkins waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned, because the Upside Down isn't done with us yet. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious. Because in Hawkins, nothing is ever what it seems.